The conversation continues on Houston's Morning News with Matt Patrick.
And a very Merry Christmas right back at you. Great to have you listening. KTRH News Time is 6:17. Joining me right now is Russ Rader. He's from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And Karen Amaker. She's from Texas.wmv. I want to thank you, Russ and Karen, for the time this morning. Welcome to Houston's Morning News.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Karen, good to have you with us as well.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Karen, may I start with you? Let me ask you this. Central Texas now has speed limits of about 75 miles an hour. We're looking at doing that in other parts of Texas as well. What this new law has put into effect is it's giving you money to do a study to raise speed limits around Texas. Do I understand that right?
You do. And really the law just gives us the ability to look at raising these speed limits. The way that we go about doing that is we actually go out and see the way people are currently driving. And if 85% of motorists currently on the roadway are driving 75 miles per hour, then we'll consider setting the speed that high. But the basis for this is really how fast people are currently driving.
And you call that the 85th percentile speed. Are you coming to Houston at all? Because we drive about 115 miles an hour.
Well, I sure hope not. But no, we actually aren't able to study any road for 75 miles per hour if the road isn't currently posted 70 miles per hour. And due to air pollution regulations,
right,
the top speeds in the Houston metropolitan area are currently no greater than 65 miles per hour.
Which I think is silly. That's just my opinion. Now, Russ, let me get to you. If we raise the speed limit to, say, 75 miles an hour, that is the 85th percentile speed, do you feel that there will be more fatalities on Texas highways?
Well, there will be. Study after study shows that when speed limits are raised, deaths go up, and the same thing happens in the reverse. When you lower speed limits, deaths go down. So there is the public has a desire to get to their destinations faster, but there is a trade-off, and that trade-off is safety.
Joining us this morning, Russ Rader. He's from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, and Karen Amaker. She's with TxDOT. I want to thank you both again for your time. Russ, let me start with you. How about the people that don't go the speed limit, that are driving too slow? Are they not just as dangerous on the roads as those going too fast?
No, there's no research to indicate that people going slower, that results in more crash deaths than raising the speed limit. And, you know, the fact is that 1/3 of all fatalities on the road are due to speeding. And when we talked about the 85th percentile speed, that's not a stationary point. That's really a moving target. And when you raise the speed limit, you simply increase the 85th percentile speed.
Karen, there are certain roads in central Texas and certainly throughout the state of Texas where we should be allowed to drive 75 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour, maybe faster. Certainly when you get into more urban areas, you would need to slow down. Do you agree with Russ on not raising the speed limit because of the fatalities?
Well, you know, we certainly agree that whenever the speed limit or whenever the speed of a vehicle is higher, the crash certainly has more impact and is certainly a more concerning crash. However, we at TxDOT feel that the safest speed for someone to travel is the speed that matches the car in front of them, that matches the car behind them, and that matches the cars next to them. And that is why we choose to set the speed limits according to the 85th percentile.
Karen, should we not have speed limits at all? Should we let drivers in this country just drive as defensively as they can? I mean, what if we took away the speed limits altogether?
Well, you know, that's really not a question that I'm able to answer with TxDOT. That's something that would be up to our lawmakers. But, you know, we're acting in the interest of safety at all times. And we believe that enabling TxDOT to use the 85th percentile to set speeds a little bit higher than 70 miles per hour where appropriate will actually help to make sure that more travelers are traveling at the same speed.
Russ, let me just ask you this final question. What would be a good speed for you at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety on our roads?
Well, that's up to politicians and engineers to decide what the appropriate speed limit is for a road. We do research on what happens when you lower speed limits and when you raise them. And the fact is that when we lower speed limits in this country, we have fewer deaths.
Do you have a limit that you like? I mean, I'm trying to get somebody to answer the question here. I mean, is there a speed limit that you like? 65, 60?
That's based on the engineering of the road. But we know when speed limits go up to 70, 75 miles an hour, that increases deaths.
All right. I want to thank you both for joining us. By the way, Russ, Karen, Merry Christmas to you both.
Happy holidays. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you, Matt. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. All right, there you go. I was trying to get some answers to some questions. They're dodging me again, Lois.
72.
I say, why have a speed limit at all?
Yeah, 72 is a good number.
I think it's a free country. Let's drive the way we want.